two stents here. You can see this wire coil going through that. Can you imagine if you have a patient that has a tumor or any other malignancy pressing on your stent? What happens? Well, you can compress the stent, I got to remove the stent, put it in. Well, can that happen over and over again? Sure it can, particularly if we're talking about cancer patients. Or if you have retroperitoneal issues, swelling, because you're in that space, it can push against the ureter and close your stent down just like it's closing the ureter like this. Again, creating an issue. So there's two things. You can include it or you can kink it. Okay? Neither is going to happen with our stent, because you can see it stays open if you press down on that. So you've got your tube inside a tube. And so they think this is one stent, right? So you show it side to side like that. You say, doctor, you can see there's this much material on this tube to maintain that size of inner lumen. This is a standard stent. Everybody's got one, including us. Now, this is a 6 French stent with the same inner lumen, right? Well, watch, and you pull it out, you say, we have a 4.6 French outer diameter that drains like a standard 6. And just be quiet, because they will take notice of that. At that point, you could ask for a case. But what you're really trying to do is get them to use the 6. Okay? You want to lead with what we call the extra flow. Doctor, you're used to using a 6, am I correct? I'm not here to change your style of what you're doing. We have a 6 French, but now look, because you've sold them on the idea of smaller with the same inner lumen. You got the concept across that the inner lumen is the same size for a smaller outer diameter. Right. Sell that concept first, then you move to the 6, because now, doctor, you're going to put a 6 up most times, am I correct? Yes. Okay, we have a 6 French. We call it the extra flow, because it drains like an 8 now. Can you see that as an advantage for your long-term, or even your focus should be on the 6 French. And this is what the packaging looks like, right? 6 French can be demonstrated at like the 4.6 with these tubes. I highly recommend you get tubes for everybody. Tubes are great because it's a little sleight of hand, but if you get proficient, and you should practice this tube business because it works, believe me, it's a great sales tool. Yeah. All right, so I'll do the little demo as I've done several times before. Doctor, I have a demonstration, a 15-to-1 size demonstration of what we're looking at, and the only new advancement in ureteroscopy stents, ureteral stents in the last 15 years. What size stent do you use, doctor? Usually a 6 French is the answer. Oh, well, this would represent a 6 French stent, standard stent like everybody's got. We have them as well. But you'll notice you need that much material to maintain the patency, or that size lumen, in a standard stent. Can you see that? Yes. Okay, well, what's been some of your concerns with stent placement? If he says, I've never had a problem with a stent, then you know it's time to move on, because there's always problems with stents. So, well, I used to use the ACMI, and it used to bunch up, or accordion, on my wire. So we got rid of those, and we brought XYZ in, and they're pretty good. I like them. They go up, and usually, sometimes a little occlude or things like that. Well, Doc, have you ever had one kink on you? Oh, yeah, sure. I mean, most doctors I've worked with say they've had one kink, or compress even, because of external forces. They can compress, they can kink. Let me show you a difference, doctor. You notice, as I showed you here, you have the same size inner lumen with our stent, but you notice the difference. There's an inner coil inside. And the inner coil comes we borrowed it from our Forte technology, which we pioneered back in 1999. Do you use sheaths? Sometimes I use sheaths. Okay, well, we can talk about that in a minute, but we borrowed the technology for our stent. We had to make it smaller. It takes special products or special machines to do this. It's proprietary technology. So you notice the same size inner lumen as your standard stent, right? Yes. Well, watch this. I can remove this now and provide you with what we call the comfort stent. So what's the advantage to this? The comfort stent is actually a 4.6 French stent that drains like your 6. So it's a 4.6 that drains like a 6. So doctor, can you see the advantage if you've got a smaller patient or one with issues that you place? And by the way, this goes up really easy because it's got the lubriciousness and the
coil reinforcement.
Columnar strength. Right? Columnar strength superior to a standard stent, but you also have a more comfortable stent.
So it can maintain its patency.
It will maintain its patency because of the inner coil. So doctor, here, just squeeze down on that. Okay? So when you squeeze down on that, you see it won't close. Also, doctor, if you've got a crazy anatomy with your ureter, and it can sometimes bend like that, as you know, it's going to remain patent. Can you see advantages of that? Sure. As well as, if you're content using a 6 French stent, you have a 6 French that now drains like an 8. Can you see that? Show the edge, make sure you get agreement with that. You can bend it, doctor, it remains patent. You can try to close it down on the table, it's going to remain patent. But this is a 6 French that drains like an 8. That's it. Doctor, it's also very lubricious. It's going to go up like butter for you. You'll see it's an easy placement. And how's it priced? Well, it's competitively priced to what you're using now, particularly if it's a Boston Scientific hospital. We're very excited about their products and the pricing accordingly. Highest priced products. They're ethical. Okay? So, that's your demo. What did you say, Doc? You use a 6 French and it flows pretty good for you. What if I could give you a 6 French stent that flows like an 8? Oh, well, that'd be great, wouldn't it? Well, let me show you this. And you go right into your demo. And doctor, can you see, first of all, here's a great question. Doctor, where do you lie on the opinion poll about how urine flows around or through a stent? Does it flow more extraluminally or intraluminally? Oh, well, it's about 70-30, or 50-50. If it's not a big deal for you, you've asked the question, so you move on. Well, doctor, what's most important to you about the performance of your stent? I mean, the basic question, what's the most important thing to you about a stent is a different question than what's the most important thing to you about the performance of a stent. Now you're getting more specific. Because remember something, urology questions are the key. They really are. It's what is it about the performance of your stent make them come to you? Well, the stent has to work. Well, what does that mean to you? In other words, every time there's an answer, there's another question. Until you get to the point where you think of it like a 6-gun, right? And this is for any product. You got a 6-gun. You have to shoot this guy. You want to bag him, right? So you're going to put a question as a bullet. You want to put a bullet in your gun. You know what your advantages are with your product. So you load your 6-gun up with bullets so that you can shoot down every objection or win his approval, right? So you're just, the more probing questions that you have, the better off you are.